for the last video. That's the new disc and pads fitted to the back. Doing stuff like this, it's not hard, it's normal service and stuff, but I can't stand that. I'm alright at tuning stuff, I can cope with that, but normal boring garage type work I really like. It's a simple job and it's just winding me up, even though it's fucking easy, but it's done now, hopefully. Unfortunately it's pissing down, so I cannot drive it yet. So much for the weather getting better. It's now hail. Fuck's sake. This has been at the garage next door for a few days, and I've kept seeing it and thinking that's cool as fuck, just as it's really small. Fiat X19, like mid-engine rear-wheel drive 80s Fiat shitboxes. And as much as I hate pop-up lights, this thing's ace. And I was going to ask him what the crack is with it, because, well, why is it here? But look, it's got a fucking Uno turbo engine on it, modified one too. Charge cooler, Bailey dump valve, FSC, fuel pressure regulator, silicone hoses and stuff. It looks a bit of a fucking shit box, but also cool as fuck. Remote oil filter. I like it. Sick to death of the catalytic converter exhaust already. It's too fucking loud. It's doing my head in. I don't like loud exhausts, and that is pretty loud. So I'm gonna put the other one back on now. Luckily it's 10 minutes, 1 V-band, 2 mounts, done. So that's my current job. 5 minutes later, loud as fuck exhaust off. Lovely and quiet when it's back on. Way fucking better. I don't know how people like loud exhaust. It's just so much better now. It looks miles better with that exhaust back on it, as well as sounds way better. Didn't like that other thing at all. The other thing's gonna be for if I truly need a cat for some bullshit reason, then it can go back on, but only for that time. Any other time, like this, so it looks like nothing. I'll be interested to see the performance differences, because bear in mind, every single bit of timing I've done with this car so far has been with the other exhaust on it. Could be really restrictive for all I know. I'm not sure. It could have been not at all restrictive, but it might have been. Right, due to my complete ineptitude with technology, I've not actually got some of the footage I thought I had of the timing and so on. But I've got the draggy screenshots, which is what you'll be seeing right now as you hear me talking shit. And as you can see, things fucking rapid now. Literally changing that exhaust, that's the only difference I made. And it shows that 4-inch exhaust, even with the 100 cell race cats with like 6-inch body, was a noticeable restriction at this power, because with no other changes it's suddenly a lot faster. And in fact, and this kind of surprised me, and it shows why I always say the best exhaust for turbo cars is no exhaust, it noticeably, very noticeably, spools up faster, responds faster. Even, you know, it had a 4-inch turbo back exhaust both times. And 100 cell race cats, you would never think they would be remotely a restriction at off boost or coming on boost. But honestly, the biggest change I can feel and see and experience with the exhaust swapped back to the big silencer one with no cat is it fucking spools up faster. But yeah, now as you can see, the 100 to 200 time is 5.7, so much better. That's, I don't know, I'll put some on screen now of like a comparison, you know, with supercars and whatever. One thing I did notice was Rod Tara's old legendary 200 plus mile an hour Saf Cosworth from back in the day, the one that was on 5th gear doing 206 miles an hour and so on. One of my sort of hero cars from when I was growing up. That is 100 to 205.8, because the guy who owns it now recently timed it and put it up on one of the draggy pages. It's like, fucking hell, my own shitbox car is actually faster than one of my old, like, well, still currently really dream cars. Crazy. I also did, because to compare it to my friend's list, some 60 to 100 and 80 to 120, because he's timed a lot of his friend's cars on that. And now on that list, yeah, it's even faster than before. It was 2.99. I got a 2.90. That's 60 to 100. And the 80 to 120 is whatever it is. But it's fast. Yes, it's in the threes now. 3.99 is that? Whatever. You'll see it on the screen. But either way, I am second on that list in both categories, with the only thing faster being that big power GTR. I'm not sure what power it is. I think it's coming on 1,000. I don't know. And the things below me in the list are, again, seriously rapid cars. A K24 Turbo MX5, sort of new M3s with like hybrid turbos and stuff, you know, proper big power motors, like 600 plus horsepower M3s and so on. So yeah, this thing's fucking fast, but it's only going to get faster because it can handle the power so well. It puts it down so well. But it's legit got to the stage now where I'm like, I fancy making this a bit less dangerous. So I'm also going to be working on a bit of safety for it. But either way, well happy with the results. And it's only going to get faster. But for the money, fucking hell, I will be, if someone in this country at least can show me a legit road car on pump fuel that's faster than this for the kind of money I've spent, which is about fucking $6,000 all in, including buying the bastard car, then I will be mega impressed. I'm very surprised, to be honest, because 99.9% of things I've ever seen in this, especially in this country, that accelerate like this thing does, are big money motors, or if not big money, they're drag cars running, you know, full on drag cars, not some kind of normal road car, a piece of crap like this. So either way, I think bang for your buck, untouchable. I say it quite often in my videos, but that's escalated quickly. One thing that became apparent when I've been timing the car this Tuesday afternoon was, wow, it's so fucking fast. It needs to be safer. It really does. So it's like, right, and it's time. If you look back about, I don't know, probably a year now, I bought 2 roll cages. And I've never actually installed the one in this because, well, too busy enjoying it. But it's time to fit a cage, fit harnesses, and just generally make it better. Unfortunately, to do so, it's a lot more work than you might think. It's a lot of work anyway, but the rear of the cage interferes with basically everything I did in here, and everything is done. So it was like, wow. Obviously the wiring, because it was a complete development mule, is a fucking mess. So it was like, right then, well, it all works because it was just all test stuff. Now we know that could be tidied up, and it has to, because that's where the fucking half the roll cage goes. And like the charge cooler will no longer actually fit really there, because that's where the roll cage goes. Even the boost pipes, even lots of things. So it's like, this is actually gonna be a bigger job than I thought. But luckily these cars come apart really easily. So within a few hours I've already pretty much stripped it down to a fucking bare shell. So yeah, I'm being sensible and I'm making this car a bit better. All the things we've learned in development and has made it as fast as it is, now I'm going to make it as fast, if not faster, probably faster, but just less of a fucking death trap, because yeah, I don't care about myself really, but at the same time I don't really want to die. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So yeah, next time you see the car, it's going to look the same, but a bit better. Give me a week or two.